This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. I'm joined by Face Temper over Zoom. It hasn't been long since the fight. How you been,
It
Tommy?
hasn't it hasn't been long, bro. It's been like what, a week, maybe 5 days.
Yeah, about 5 days. Not too bad. We've been meaning to resume for a couple of days now, but you had some issues at home. Obviously, nothing too bad, but you had some issues with some pets. What happened with your lost cat?
Man, listen. So I got five Bengals, right? Five Bengal cats. And it's funny because I thought I would never in my life own a cat. And I started taking care of a Dab's cat. And long story short, he became mine. And that was Barry Allen, Faze Barry. That cat's got more followers than 99% of the people watching this.
That cat,
um,
that cat's
but
got clout right now.
That cat has clout for real. And so anyways, I ended up falling in love with those cats, ended up getting like a few more. And long story short, the oldest one, Barry, because he was like my cat for like 3 years before I got another one, he wasn't really messing with like some of the younger cats. And so he started getting aggressive and like unfortunately I had to give him up and I gave him to my mom. Like fortunately my mom was able to take him. And so she was over in Boston, and so I remember I flew out to Boston, dropped Barry off there, and he actually loved his retirement. It's like in the suburbs. There's a lot of nature. My mom's got a big garden. It's like an acre of land, and like there's just a lot going on, a lot of animals and stuff. And so he loves it over there. But while I was out in the UK and while I'm here in Orlando, I had my mom fly to LA, and she was staying at my house to take care of the other cats. And so we were thinking like you can't bring Barry back to like his original home because he's gonna feel like, damn, like you really like outed me. You know, he would be mad, like he'd be so mad at me, he'd be so upset, he'd feel like, it just wasn't the right place. So I had someone in LA that would look after the cat, but my mom was like, no, like I want to leave him here where he's comfortable here. I'll just have someone come and feed him and stuff. Because my stepdad's over there, but he's not like the most responsible guy. Putting it that way. And so unfortunately, when he let out my dog to like at night to go outside, Barry escaped. And like, bro, Barry was gone for like 2 days, and we were stressing. Like I have an AirTag collar on him, so like it but it doesn't work like you would expect it to, right? It's like a GPS tracking, but only if it's near an Apple device. So it could update every 20 minutes or it could update every 6 to 8 to 9 hours. And so I like during those time spans, especially when it's that long, I'm over there like I'm here in Orlando, right? Considering buying a flight to Boston to go help look because I'm having some of my neighbors and hometown friends go like search for this cat. I got my whole neighborhood coming together searching for this cat, and it was crazy. My fiance and I were here with her family here at Disney, and we were like talking about this. And I'm over here kind of stressing, like, dang, like it's been like a day and a half, like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen. And then she gets a notification because I guess you could share, so you could share AirTag on as of iOS 17 has an update now where you could share AirTags, and so
Hmm.
we got the notification just on her phone. So my mom, who has the original like AirTag on her phone, didn't get the notification. I didn't get the notification. My homie that was back home that was also had this shared to him didn't get the notification, but my fiance got it saying, "Hey, he was next door to our house," and so, dude, it was funny. My boy Zach, he Facetimed me and he shows me behind him. It's like two people from this house, two people from the other house. They're all like searching for this cat. And like, fortunately, we got Barry. Barry's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's safe and sound. And now he's in a better location for now until my mom gets back.
Hey, Tommy. I'll play devil's advocate here. So you got a baby due in a few months. If you can't look after or make sure your cat's at home, how do you deal with a baby?
Hey, come on, Fred. He's gonna be taken care of, bro.
I'm joking. No, it's good. It is a massive relief when you lose. I've lost things before, like my phone, one of my AirPods. Obviously, that doesn't compare to like a living animal, but it is a very, very satisfying feeling when you do find the thing you're looking for so long. So it's good. The cat's back at home now. All's well.
Yeah, Barry's good, man. Thank God.
And how long till the baby's due now? Remind me.
So I think she's like about 35 weeks, maybe a little bit over 35 weeks. So usually like babies are usually due around 40 weeks. It could be, more or less. But yeah, we got like a few weeks. I would say probably late October, maybe early November, but who knows?
Wow, okay, not
We're
long.
so excited, bro. We're so excited. We can't wait.
Just appreciate your sleep now. Say to your fiance, let's just sleep. Let's just have like 12-hour long sleeps. Because as soon as that's born, you won't be able to do anything. It'll just be like 6 hour sleeps, or you'll get like 2 hours and be woken up again, then get woken up. So just appreciate everything
Oh
now.
yeah. I was literally having this conversation with her today, man. I was like, we gotta like enjoy our sleep right now because when he's here, it's gonna be rough.
I was joking to Jordan, being like, if you can't get in contact with Faze Temper now, there's nowhere on earth. As soon as he had a kid, you ain't getting in contact with him then. You have to go to his house to talk to him.
Yeah, man. I was like, you know what? Let me just cut out the middle, man. Like, I love Jordan to death, but I was like, let me just reach out to you and we'll figure this out because I know you've been. I wanted to get this get talking to you.
Yeah, I was meaning to find you after the fight, but we weren't allowed to leave the media room. And I think I don't know if you got told to come to the media room. That's why we didn't manage to do the post-fight interview. But it's all good. We get here to do today on Zoom. It's quite nice doing them like a few days later than post-fight. There's a few advantages just because you get the real reaction. Obviously, post-fight, if a fighter loses or gets a big win, they can be quite emotional. But now you're gonna get the calm, collected reaction. Have you had a chance to
Yeah.
watch it back with your coach, your team yet?
Uh, I've watched it back a couple times. I know Malik's watched it a few times, but I remember thinking like as soon as the fight had ended, like as soon as it was over, I was like, damn, I was swinging kind of wild. I was just thinking that to myself. But the more I thought about it, I was like, for the first minute, 2 minutes, I was really measuring him, downloading data, seeing what he can do, just seeing like if he wants to do anything. Because I thought maybe he was going to come out aggressive, and so I was ready if he was just going to come out aggressive, and so I just kind of stayed my distance. I was measuring his jab. His jab wasn't even coming close to me, and he threw it more than a few times. So I was like, okay, well, he's not really trying to throw. I didn't think he was going to be, from what I've seen and what we've talked about, even I think we talked about it in an interview with Malik, you and I, and him, and he's kind of like a cat, where like he'll throw when when you're attacking him. It's almost like he throws out of fear, and I figured that he'd be better now, but he talks about how he improved a lot, and he definitely looks leaner. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely looks like he's been in the gym and stuff. But I just stuck to my game plan and I shut it down. Like there was just nothing really he could do. But I was ready for anything. And so for the first minute, 2 minutes, just chilling, downloading data, like throwing feints and stuff, seeing what he wants to do. And when I realized he wasn't doing anything, that was when it was time to strike. And so that's when I hit him with that body shot, and I realized like, okay, well, he doesn't really keep his hands up, and so I just started swinging. So I remember I called Malik, and I asked him like, yo, do you think I was swinging a little wild? And he's like, no, I think you handled that beautifully. And he wasn't even talking about the way I was striking him. He kept talking about how patient I was, and he said he watched it a few times, and he's like, I love when the commentator said that I was respecting him, which I was. Like I just wanted to give him, like I wanted to respect him, see if he had anything. And when I realized he didn't, it was time to just end it.
I think the patience was quite an interesting thing because I think a novice Face Temper, the old Face Temper, would have probably just rushed in and tried to get him out there, get him out of there after the first time you hurt him. You kind of took a step back and then you put the work in, took another step back and then you hurt him again. It's like 2 or 3 times, then you got him out there in the first round. But it's obvious you've been out of the ring for a while, 8 months. Did you feel the nerves going in for it after coming off a loss to KSI?
A little bit, but not like it was with my like the first time I got knocked out. Just I would say just a little bit, but I would say that when I get to the locker room and I start warming up, I'm good. Like after that, I'm good. It's completely gone. I think it's just more of like a mental thing, like um your last like muscle memory feeling of being in the ring. Like if it's a tragic, ending, then that's the last thing you remember. So it was mainly shutout because I've had so much time with Malik. Like it was pretty much damn near fully shut out, but I definitely felt a little bit. But not like my first time getting knocked out. Like that was like to this day, like when I had to fight Overflow, even though on paper he's my easiest opponent, like that was the time where I was actually nervous coming into the ring. Like I'm not coming into the ring, but getting to that point, it was a lot of nerves I had to deal with.
That's interesting. I get that. That's looking back. Overflow is probably you fought four people. He's probably ranked number four out of them. But then again, how you performed against Ginty is just so strong, overcoming the nerves. And then after, how did it feel? Don't lie to me. How did it feel? It feel good to get the win?
Oh, it felt so great, man. It felt so good because, especially the fact that like, well, I mean, there was a lot of things. There's a lot of things riding on this, and I almost like feel bad for Ginty because like he didn't know what he was walking into, but I give him all the respect and all the respect for having the confidence that he did. Not only did he think he was going to win, he thought he was going to knock me out cold. This man was tweeting out like before the fight, like, oh, tonight is the night where it's going to change my life. I'm going to have a viral KO. Like he really believed that he was going to knock me out. And that's why another reason why I felt really good is just, get him out of there, especially in the way that I did, just because I mean, there was a lot of things going on. Like, this is like if I was to lose to this dude in that fight, like, you know what I mean? Like it looks really bad on me. It looks terrible. Like there's no denying that. It looks absolutely terrible. From going to KSI to losing to Ginty, that would have been awful. I don't know if like can really come back from that, right? So there was a lot riding on this. My kid is coming, our son, and my boxing career. I just wanted to, especially train with Malik these last like 8 months, like or 7 8 months. There's been a lot that's been riding on this, and I've been learning a lot. So I feel more confident than ever. But when I got in the ring and I started cracking this fool with the 10-ounce gloves, bro, that felt so good. It felt so good, but it gives me a lot of confidence for sure. But at the same time, I'm not, I'm not. I'm also staying humble because I know, I'm gonna have tougher opponents, but it doesn't really matter. I feel super confident with my training now, my abilities now, not just for Malik, but also my strength and conditioning. I feel very good about anybody that'll fight next.
Have you spoken to Malik or team Jordan about who you're going to fight next? Any ideas out there?
Uh, Not really. I mean, the only person, so one person reached out on Twitter, and that was JMX. So that's a possibility, but could be him, could be anybody. We'll see when the time comes. So obviously, these next 2 3 months, I'm going to take some time off with the baby. I'll definitely be in the gym when I can, but yeah, I mean, we'll see when the time comes who's actually down to fight.
Well, it's funny you say, 'cause I'm going to see Joel tomorrow. That's JMX tomorrow at his house in London. So I'll definitely ask about that fight. It's be quite interesting. But the Brazilian card, I guess that's the one next for you that you definitely really want to do push to be on. I guess it's early next year in the first quarter of the year. Do you think we can see you on that card? Or maybe it might be a little bit too soon?
No, I think so. I mean, they're talking about like they announced the date, right?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, they didn't? Okay. Well, regardless, I think that'll be like the perfect amount of time. If not, I mean, it might be a little bit early for me, but I'll be ready. I'll be good to go, and I definitely want to be in that card. Absolutely.
Would you bring your kid and your fiance along?
Yeah, ideally, yes. Probably not. Yeah, hopefully. That's the plan.
Yeah, I think you can get. I think McGregor when he fought Mayweather, he just had a kid. I remember watching like the Showtime epilogue, and like the kid had like these special headphones on when they can't hear any noise. I
Yeah,
think you
yeah.
those because it'll be that arena. It's probably one of the worst arenas to bring a kid to. I'm gonna need you. I'm not helping the situation if your fiance watches this, but because it'd be so like how loud it was when Whindersson Nunes fought the Kingpin the first show and
Oh my
second
God. And
show.
that was just in London. And that
Yeah,
was
so
just
imagine
in
in Brazil
London.
in like a 60,000 feet arena, but with multiple Brazilian stars like Aldo, Whindersson Nunes, Anderson Silva, maybe. Like there'll be noise after noise after noise.
Yeah, it'll be hectic. He'll definitely have the headphones on at least.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, 100%. You would need, yeah, you definitely would need that. But for you though, Tommy, anything else coming up for yourself though?
No, no, not really. Just the baby. I mean, that's obviously a huge, huge, huge thing happening. We're just getting ready for that. Um, it's funny. My fiance, she's like very do things way before, like she gets ready like before people even start to get ready. You know what I'm saying? So we got our nursery done, like the baby room, probably like a few months ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm the opposite. She kind of balances me out. Like I'm the one that's like, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow just comes and then it's the same thing. So we balance each other out. But other than that, not really, just focusing on the baby and getting back into the gym when the time comes.
Yeah, sounds real busy. Before I let you go though, I'll talk to you. We'll set up another Zoom when your next fight gets announced. But before I let you go, we'll run over the prime card. And obviously, Sol Papi versus Slim got announced on the card that you fought on back in Newcastle. Who do you think wins that one?
Man, that's a good fight. I'm not sure. I got that's gonna be a real like that card is stacked. I mean that card is definitely stacked. I don't know. I think Slim's definitely got the reach in that fight. Saul Poppy might have the experience. I think he might have more experience, but we'll see. Like, I mean, it's going to be a really good fight. I know, Saul's coming off of a loss, so he's going to want to redeem himself. It's going to be fireworks. I think that's definitely going to be one of the best fights in that card, no question. And one thing I wanted to say too, because we talked about it. I think did you ask me my prediction between Tommy and JJ on the
Yes.
last? Okay, so I mean, I definitely feel the same way. Like, I feel like Tommy edges that fight. But one thing I wanted to clarify, like, I mean, I hope, you know what I'm saying? Like, as from being a YouTuber, as a YouTuber, and someone that like grew up, like KSI and I grew up in the same space. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the homie, and I hope, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope he wins. Like, that would be insane. I think it would be. It's something that's very hard to do. I think he's got a lot riding on him. But if he's able to do this, like he's really him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I don't think it's gonna happen, but who knows? People have been proved wrong before, so we'll see.
It's nice. Every YouTuber I interview, they'll give their honest prediction, but they'll also add on to the end of that saying, but I really do hope KSI wins. Just the fact like every YouTuber is backing the YouTuber in that fight. But just taking it back though, sort of happy Slim, who are you picking?
I don't know, brother. No comment. No
Wow, that's
comment.
interesting. I interviewed Kenny's coach Daly today, and he took ages to pick a winner over Sol Papi and Slim. He gave it go back and forth, back and forth. I think he picked Sol Papi in the end, but it did take him a while. That's probably a very 50-50 one. And then Dina will lead.
Dino Ali, that's also gonna be. I forgot about that one. That's also gonna be crazy too. I got my guy Dean on that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot you do train at him with Brickhouse Boxing. And then Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis.
Logan and Dylan. I saw recently Dylan was with Alex Pereira, which is interesting. But I don't know. I really haven't seen much of Dylan. I know Logan's been around this for longer, so I think if I had to pick one based off what I've seen, I would pick Logan.
Have you ever spoken to Alex Pereira?
No, I'm sure at some point I'll train with him or something. I would love to make that happen for sure.
If you sent him a DM on Instagram, I reckon he would see it and reply.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for things to calm down. Let me like have the baby first. Let's have my or let's get the baby out of the picture first, and then maybe next year, we'll get together. And I know he trains out of Connecticut, so maybe I'll go over there, or if ever he's in LA, I'll reach out to him. So we'll see.
That could be your first YouTube video back training a former UFC champion, Alex Pereira. That could be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be dope, man. He's a beast. I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes champion of light heavyweight.
Yeah, because he seemed quite big for the division he was in, kind of the middleweight division. Now he's going up to light heavyweight. It seemed to kind of fill down size, so it does seem to be the right division. But Tommy, I do appreciate you taking the time out to talk to me today. I'll see you very, very soon. Your next fight gets announced, but thank you. Catch you soon,
My
man.
guy, much love, bro.